Let me say a special good morning to those of you listening to Classic Radio, GBN TV, those of you viewing GBN TV. Welcome to The Point. Today is Friday. It's already the 29th day of November 2024. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope all is well with you, especially those of you who drive along on the nation's road. It's a bit of a wet road on the outside, and I beg of you to take it easy as you drive along. Drive along with that dual care intervention. Of course, drive within the speed limits. You know what it's like when the roads are wet. Your friction of the road is reduced a whole lot, so I beg of you to take it easy on the nation's roads. Look good for the pedestrians who may be moving along on the road also. Yeah, they may not be driving or anything of the sort, but they're probably walking along, and you know what the roads are like these days with the I shouldn't say that, but you don't get into any of the holes and splash water and anyone make them feel uncomfortable as they're on their journey also. Alright, so I beg of you to take it easy. Hey folks, we're going to have an open line edition this morning here on To The Point. It's the opportunity for you listeners, viewers out there to give me that call, 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's hear from you this morning, and this is actually our third one we're having for this week. Interesting like that, right? Our third edition of Open Line, I should say, for this particular week. It's like that sometimes. And so let's hear from you, listeners and viewers. You have double the option, as I always say, of how to get in contact with me via the WhatsApp 435-2041, or you can call me directly 435-2041. There's other options also. You're probably not the one that wants to call in, but you want to send a message via the WhatsApp. Please free to do so. The comment section of the Facebook page, you could do that also. And as I mentioned, Facebook, let me say good morning to those of you viewing and listening via our Facebook page. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us here on To The Point for today, Friday. I'm your host, GT. Just in case you've forgotten who it is on the program this morning. Welcome. Let me say good morning to our caller number one, your live caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. GT.
How are you doing this morning, sir?
I'm good. I'll tell you, for months now I'm trying to get to this program, and every time I call, it's busy.
Yeah, well, it's like that sometimes.
Let me say this. My concern now is agriculture. Now, some people look down on agriculture, but I'd like people to be aware that agriculture and fisheries are the most important industries in the world. Why? Because without agriculture and fishery, there will be no food. And with no food, we are dead. So from that point of view, they are the most important, and we need to pay attention to agriculture. Now, we as farmers have a serious difficulty these days. They call it predial larceny. I call it thieving. Because the fellows come, they cut your plantain, they cut your banana, and they go. You're looking at the plantain and you say, well, next week I will cut that. And when you come for it, it's gone. And they take the life. Last night in the news, they talk about people, animals in River Sally. I mean, you rear a cow, a bull for 3-4 years. And when Christmas comes in, you see, you go for your bull, and somebody took it away. And you lost 4 years of solid hard work. Now, the penalties, as far as I'm concerned, are too minimal. A fellow stole me nutmegs. He got 3 months. He just smiled at me and my father. And he over 3 months and he come back. And he finished. So there has to be some way. And then we got no decision. So we lost the nutmeg. So we lost the day you had to go in court. And nothing, no compensation for that. So government has to take a serious, Mr. Toes, sir, you have to bring your people together and take a serious look at agriculture. Because without that, we're going nowhere. We have the Isle of Spice. We have to plant. We have to work hard. And when people come and reap, we get despondent. And we don't produce. And we lose that. So there has to be some scheme whereby farmers are protected, and in many countries in the world, they are subsidized. Because farming is difficult work, and they have storms you have hurricanes, you have winter, you have summer. Crops are destroyed.
So, man, if I could just tapping on you here a minute. So, your main concern in terms of the farming industry is basically protection for the farmers.
Protection for the farmer and support for the farmers by the authorities.
All right.
These are my principal concerns.
All right. And I mean, there's always the opportunity when there's, of course, the town hall meetings and so forth of the various representatives. Have you ever tried presenting the ideas of that nature?
I've gone to a number of meetings. I've gone, and let me just say this before I go. On October 29th, at a meeting in Grenville, the minister said that those of us who suffered loss during burial will get the compensation next week. I have not received anything yet, and this is the end of November. Today is 29th. That's a month. And two, when I called, they told me that, yes, they have you down for that, but they have me down for the minimal, and I should be at the maximum. So, that happens, and you get, as a farmer, you just say, man, forget it. So please, take note. And when people speak to you, Mr. Minister, when the farmers tell you things, take them into consideration, because unless you do that, you drive them away. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate your contribution this morning. 435-2041. We do have a caller via WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, how are you this morning? And you're live.
Good morning, Mr. Telesford. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yes, I'd like to share with you and your listeners something that is weighing on my mind heavily, and I think it's very important. During the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and after Ivan, I've seen the newspaper, the Grenada Today, the Voice, the Informer, replete with all the pages. Sometimes the pages are filled with advertisement for houses and land that the financial institutions repossessed. I thought it was it's very painful for my people when they see that. Sometimes after 10, 20, 30 years, because of financial difficulties, they can't continue to pay their mortgage, and the bank has to repossess. So I'm so happy now. I'm always saying that the government is going into this initiative to build houses for Grenada. But I hope Prime Minister Dickon is listening. I want him, I know he's a very compassionate person. I know he genuinely loves his people. He's not faking that, Mr. Telesford. I know his grandmother. I grew up in her house. She's that kind of person. He knows that from his grandmother, that care and compassion for people. But I'm asking him, please, that when they do this house for people, take into consideration the lowest income earner in the country who would need a house. And make sure that they have houses that the lowest income person who want a house can get a house. And I hope that they can make it that in a way that the loans could be paid off in 10, 15 years and the people own their homes. I think it's hard that you have to pay for a home 20, 30 years. Because as long as you're paying that loan, you cannot settle and enjoy your home. And also wish that he could put into or enact that these homes belongs to Grenadians. They shouldn't be sold. So in futuristically, Grenadians, the children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren of these homeowners should always have a roof over their head. I don't want to see our people struggling for homes again. Have to go through this painful episodes of bank repossessing their properties and the names all over the place. It's a very painful thing. I could share this story with you, Mr. Telesford. I remember a friend of mine told me a house was advertised for sale, and she went to the financial...
I hope the story is not too lengthy, because we're able for time. All right.
The financial institution to go to the home. And she said when they knocked the door, the children was screaming, oh gosh, mommy, they come to throw us out again. She said she turned away. She couldn't take the house. So that is just what I would like to share with you this morning. Thanks for giving me the time.
Appreciate your contribution this morning, and best wishes goes out to you for the rest of the day.
Thank you, you too.
All right. Caller, good morning, and you're live.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
I'm fine this morning. Yes, my brother. Oh, Lord, my brother. Sorry. We didn't take up long ago, people. If you thief a cow, you bawl like a cow. If you thief a pig, you bawl like a pig. If you thief anything in those people's property, you walk in with it. That's how we didn't pick it up. Oh, God, I have a good friend, brother. Oh, God, I cry. That man lose a cow and a pig. The man walk so fighting, and he was so strong. We didn't go. Oh, God. You think people about to do that? Oh, God, he just got to make the tone like the cow and the pig.
Jacob, but I don't think it's always the best to wish, bad on people. And I'm getting that feeling is that's what you're trying to present this morning. Despite what an individual do, you let the law take its place, but don't wish, especially negative repercussions on people. All right? Have a good morning. All right. Thank you so much for contributing. 435-2041. 435. It's not always the best, despite whatever someone may have done. It's not always the best to wish negative things occur to them. I understand how individuals may feel. It may have caused you some level of discomfort, but having a feeling of negativeness towards that individual in terms of what should happen to them is not always the best. Caller, your life. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I'm calling in support of those and the two previous callers who are condemning these people who have stolen these people's hard-earned labor.
Mm-hmm.
The cow, the goat. How could anybody do that? Well, you just tell the lady, don't wish them bad. Well, I hope everybody wishing them bad. But most important, that they are caught and they're treated with public humility. Let everybody know who did it and that it must never be done again. After all, people work so hard to look after the cow and the goat and the pig, and when they go for it, they can't sign it. They need to find them and hang them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Have a good morning yourself. 435-2041. 435-2041. I have a WhatsApp message from someone. They're saying, please raise awareness for the people in their 70s can make meaningful contribution to Grenada. You don't have to come to Grenada to die. There are folks in their late 70s and beyond who are world leaders. Do not discriminate against the age. Are we going to refuse remittance for the elderly folks in the diaspora? Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, your life. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes. Concerning the stolen meat and thing, most people might feel all selling to butchers. But you have thieves what they sell, like the killing cow and thing all by the river and put in bucket and go in tongue and sell it. You understand? From them, not all the time butchers was buy. Because you have local people that are doing the same wrong thing too. You understand me, brother?
Certainly I do.
Today's Paradise Salaka. You're inviting people to come to Paradise. We have a lot of food in Paradise today.
All right,
breakfast serving, ham, titri, everything. Come and eat in Paradise today. Paradise can cook.
All
Paradise can wash. Have a good weekend, my brother.
You too. Have a good one. Probably after work I do that. Head up to Paradise. Yeah. Paradise Salaka. 435-2041. 435-2041. The lines are opened. And feel free to give me that call. Let's hear from you this morning in terms of your views and concerns this morning here on The Point. You probably have an issue you'd like to raise. Feel free to do so. We back to the phone line. Caller, you're live.
Morning, GT. I hope you have a beautiful weekend.
And the same goes out to you.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal. Listen, the babies are born every minute, every second. Everybody who say for the aged, they're going to get old. Hope to live long enough to get old. And for us concerned, what goes wrong comes wrong. Have a blessed weekend.
You too, sir. Have a good one yourself. 435-2041. It's Classic Radio GBN TV to the point. We due for a first break in the program, folks. Let's take it. When we come back, much more for you in terms of taking your calls here on the program this morning, the open line edition of To The Point. We will be right back after the break. Don't touch it down.
is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Football lovers, get ready! Get your posse ready! The semifinals of the 14th annual Carib Wagiti Super Knockout is on this Saturday, November 30th at the Victoria Park in Grenville. 4 teams will battle for a spot in the grand final and a chance to be crowned champions. From 7 p.m. Game 1, FC Camahorn versus Spice Mobile Idlers. And in the second encounter, defending champions Paradise FC International meets Coach Ready Cash, Queen's Park Rangers from 9 p.m. Who will advance? Then after the games, we head stateside for live entertainment from reggae superstar Richie Spice. Richie Spice. Alongside our Canadian stars, Muddy, Dash, and the Semantics Band. Admission $50. The semifinals of the 14th Carib Wagiti Super Knockout is on. Don't miss it.
Hello everyone, here is an invitation to join me this and every Sunday until December 22nd for Yuletide Sundays, GBN TV and K105 FM from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. as we feature the best in traditional Christmas music and the opportunity to win great gifts including cakes, hams and a range of beverages. Yuletide Sundays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. until December 22nd. Compliments Grenville Credit Union, Grenada Paper Products, Carries the Light, and Vibe Island Drinks Hard Seltzer.
Welcome back once again, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, to The Point, Classic Radio, GBN TV. We're taking your calls. It's an open line edition this morning, which means you listeners and viewers, you have the option of calling in, sharing your views and concern. There may be an issue you may like to speak about. Feel free to do so in this segment. Let's go to the phone line and say good morning to the caller. Your live caller. Good morning.
Right, good morning, GT. Paulette from Mount Moritz.
Yes, good morning.
I'm in the kitchen and I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing trucks going up and down the hill. Now, you may not know, but the Jones Road is very badly damaged, and drivers, there used to be a police sign at the bottom of the hill saying no trucks, but the sign's fallen down and they're supposed to go via Mount Cooma, but I don't know if Mount Cooma is open now after all the landslides. But you know, people ignore instructions and this is what happens. So the Jones Road is crumbling. Molinaire's not open yet, so I don't know what's going to happen. People, I'm listening to the people on the radio and people just don't follow rules. And I've been here a long time and I laugh to myself, but I think, why can't they follow rules?
All right, I know, because they're not supposed to be trucks passing in that particular
but
roof.
Trucks still come up here, and the police aren't there now, so there you go. So, you know.
All right. Thanks for your contribution this morning. 435-2041, we go to the WhatsApp. WhatsApp, good morning. WhatsApp caller, how are you? Good morning.
GT.
Good morning, sir.
Are you hearing me good?
Loud and clear. Go right ahead, please.
Yeah, man. It's a little time I didn't call. I
didn't realize that.
I'm going to snippet it. Before I tune in, I heard they talking about age and old people. Now, when you go to a library, you go to research. So you're researching the past, right? Even the Bible, if you look up in an encyclopedia, the word Bible means library. It's a Greek word. So all these young people who anti the elders, they will be missing something. But the real point I want to make now is on October 19th, holiday. Now, GT, I was raised a Jewel from high school, SAS. SAS was my last school. And I saw Teddy Victor and Joseph Granger preaching for change. I was young, I become a Jewel. I was a Jewel before all these PRG guys who make all the nonsense on October 19th. Some of them is my age, some younger than me. So when I was a Jewel, Maurice Bishop didn't even join Jewel yet. I was a teenager. So fast forward. Now this October 19th thing. Now, GT, I served in Paul's Army Barracks. I almost lose my life. Right? I know Peter David, I know Ewart Lane. I nearly end up in a firefight with them when they wanted to get rid of the Jewel people from the army. So they go after rural Jewel people. Then when they take the revolution, they commit suicide on October 19. Now, we have a young government. The Prime Minister and his group, they're young. They don't listen. They don't go to the community to find out what, start from the Jewel to the PRG. They don't find out. All they want to do is make Maurice Bishop a hero. And they're using October 19. Grenada was not fighting for liberation when Maurice Bishop died. February 7, 1974, Grenada get independence from Britain. Grenada under the PRG was transformed when the Cubans came in. Maurice Bishop had a central committee. And the central committee get rid of the Jewel movement guys. So they were creating a Marxist-Leninist state. And in Marxist-Leninist country, when you and your group fall out, they kill you, or you kill them. And is that what happened? Maurice Bishop group lost the battle, and the other group killed him. But if he had kept the Jewel boys as his protector, he will not be alive, but he picked the group that killed him. And the reason why he killed them, he keep them. They're from the same area. So I guess he prefer them. And this is the thing, this new government, people don't know, and they're coming up with Heroes Day. What we have to do is create a memorial park or a museum with the history of Grenada leaders and the struggle. But this Hero Day thing, the only hero in Grenada is Kiwani James. If that could satisfy the entire people, because the Deacon Mitchell regime might lose points by what they're doing. It's not too late for them to correct it. Okay?
Right. Thank you. Appreciate your contribution this morning. Thanks a whole lot. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yes, thank you. And good morning to you, GT.
Good morning to you, sir.
Have a good day and a good weekend. Now, you see, that's where the problem is. You know, I said over the years that we have damaged the young people, damaged the elderly, damaged everybody. This society is really, really damaged. And I don't know how we're going to put it together. Our focus is not on the people, is not on the well-being and the development of the people. We're going to talk a lot of things, development, but where is the money coming from? We only talk, but we're not doing anything. Our focus is on these things that we're talking about now. We neglect the people and ignore the interests of the people. And that is what is creating the problem. Now people are going to steal, as what we're hearing in the news, people stealing people's animal and people's crop. It's going to get worse because, you see, we are not focusing on people's development, taking care of people's needs. We discuss the politics. The politicians are totally responsible. I put this problem in the footstool of the politician. They are responsible for what is happening. All of them are responsible for what is happening to the nation today because they had good chance when things was much better to make people's lives better, to focus on development, focus on the economy, to prepare areas for expansive commerce to create revenue, to create jobs. They failed to do that. They're totally politics fighting with one another. Now we get to this point here where we're struggling to fix. But the whole region is in the same problem. How do we fix this place? I'm still asking this politician, Forget the politics and focus on your job. Your job is to take care of the people. Yes? Put things in place to ensure that people can survive and people can get a job, they can develop. That is your focus, not the politics. Yes? It doesn't make sense you fight the politics. You win, you put some money in your pocket, but the society is damaged and going down. There is problem waiting for you later.
All right, caller.
We need to think, or people need to think.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your contribution. I certainly do appreciate it. Thanks a whole lot. 435-2041. 435 open line edition of To The Point for today, Friday, the 29th of November. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, GT.
Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
I'm all right. GT, I'm looking at the many slides we have around the country, right? And certain places, see they dumping the slide, the debris. I think they must look at it very carefully. For instance, going up and Parade Road, all the debris that come out the slide on the right-hand side for Livington going up, they just dump it on the left-hand side. There are people living in the bottom down the line in Zombie and this case, you know. You have certain places the slide fall down and you have to remove it from there instead of just dumping it. This thing going to stay get hard. We may get a heavy rainfall again and this thing wash down and the people in the bottom down there could have more experience, more danger. So look at it, the people who dump it, you must get place to dump it, but you have certain place that the slide fall, you have to remove it, not to put it on the other side. This is my overall vision.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Appreciate your contribution this morning. 435-2041. WhatsApp caller, good morning. You're live. Caller via WhatsApp, good morning. Guess the caller is not ready for me. Let's take another caller. Let's go to the direct line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
This morning?
I'm doing okay. How are you this morning?
I'm doing very well. I'm listening to your program. And I have about 20 farmers. The farmers in our country and those are doing husbandry. For me, I think the police have not been able to do 100% protection for the farming and so on, because every year you have people complaining about lots of fruits, lots of things, and you're not hearing anything. Not even on the news, you're not hearing that they are catching these people. You know, so something we need to follow. We need to hear that we are catching them people, or we need to know that, as one lady called it and said, they need to publicly chastise those that are doing that so that others will see that they are doing something about those who are stealing. My suggestion to them, listen, a lot of them need to upgrade their farming industry via electrical, put electrical wires around, protect yourself, protect your land, and put up cameras. We live in a modern time. Put up things to protect yourself and to get because you can't always get it from the government.
Thank you.
And I want to speak to the husbandry.
Yes.
I remember as a child, young people doing what shepherds. They put the animals outside in the morning, they pick them up in the evening. You go, you bring your animals out, they pick them up. Now people leaving the animals everywhere unprotected. I mean, people are becoming very lazy and very unpleasant. Protect your animals. Pick up your animals and bring them in, and fence them up and protect yourself. Do what you can to upgrade and make things better for yourself, because you can't depend on the government to do everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I certainly appreciate your contribution this morning. 435-2041. 435-2041. Sometimes you hear individuals speak about the police or the pretty larceny, of course, task force not doing anything, but there are lots been done, and there are a lot of individuals who have been caught who may have stolen people's livestock and go into individuals' farms and stealing their produce and so forth. And they've been caught. Maybe we're not hearing a lot about it in terms of the individuals who have been caught. That could be the problem. But I would not agree to say that absolutely nothing is being done. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Many of us want things easily. We don't want to work, but we want to have a nice house, or we want to have a nice car. And why we do that is because we have people who seem to be supporting that. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, I usually work very hard, and I've lost some production during the recent hurricane. And the government has placed money in the hands of maybe the agricultural division to distribute it. Some got theirs, I could say, long ago. I'm seeing trouble to get mines, despite the fact that I traced it where it is. I went and I'm having problem for the same set of people to distribute it to me. So we are blaming the government, but the government has the right to discipline these types of people. I don't know if the government or the ruling parties like them to give some people before the others. So some have received, some have not received. And I need a lot of things because I'm old, as you would say. I'm not aged, I'm old. This is what a lot of people say. When you reach a certain stage, as soon as you reach 60 years, you're old. But the young ones do not want to do anything. They want ready-made. It's time that I don't know if you'll vex with me, we re-educate the people, the younger ones. As soon as you have something, give me this. Why you don't give me that? Why you don't give me that? We have to change the mentality of the young one. In fact, the thing we do, or some of us do, and have the idea, they have the idea because they have 40 CXC. They're able to transfer what you have learned in the school or wherever you have learned. The good things, the good habits, and the good thing that would enhance your way of living. But it seems that everybody want to buy a car, and that is what, to me, to some extent, the government and the banks are encouraging. They give you 100% to buy a car, 10 years, but they won't give you 100% to build a house. This is the problem with us in Grenada. We only turn in material happiness. It's time that we study spiritual happiness now, too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your call. 445-2041. We go to the WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, JT.
Good morning. Sound like if you had your song this morning, like if you had a lot to yesterday.
A lot of talking.
Sound like the stomach is still a bit heavy this morning.
JT, the good thing I do eat meat, man. I do it. So then, hey, what are you gonna do?
All right, I hear you.
It's nice to see family members and some of our Grenadian friends. Well, the good thing you asked me about that too, because the topic yesterday basically was based on Grenada and the present situation in Grenada.
Yes.
I know most time people home say that people in the diaspora don't know what's happening in Grenada, but trust me, GT, we really focus, and then and something we was discussing, we discussed politics, politics are always the center of things around when family members get together and stuff like that. And then the conversation yesterday basically was based on, just say things were happening in Grenada, and it was based on the development with the young prime minister. And most of the people, everybody basically was satisfied with the progress that they see in Grenada from a very long time since the revolution. And then I heard a caller a while ago was talking about October 19. And also the conversation was that some of us in Grenada, I'm not going to say all, we're too hypocrite. Because look at, we have October the 25th. There was no consultation. That was something that was pushed down on Grenadians, and they gave a holiday so people, and they call it Thanksgiving just like the American. All right? And now the Prime Minister of Grenada giving us the opportunity now where we're going to have consultation, we're going to have debate, and everybody against it. Not everybody, let me say some of us against it again. I don't understand what is the problem. October 19, that's where Grenadians was executed, murdered. You understand? There's something for us. Look, the Americans, we celebrate the Pilgrims. I don't even know nothing about the Pilgrims, but we having things yesterday, right? So now we get an opportunity to do something, all right, for ourselves. And to have consultation and name some of the people who we think might be hero. Everybody's saying Maurice Bishop, Maurice Bishop, Maurice Bishop. We don't know that yet. As yesterday, I even learned that Usain Bolt is not even a hero in Jamaica. Everybody say Kieran James. Yes, he did good for us, but let us see what will happen. Let us have the consultation, and then we choose our leader. But I know that Maurice Bishop will be one, because Maurice Bishop make a great difference in Grenada within 3.5 years. And look at the progress that this administration making in 2.5 years. GT, you have a good day. Black Friday, are you going shopping?
Not too sure as yet. Anyway, man, have a good day. Thanks. All the best. All right. Hey, folks, that's where we take a break for this segment. We're coming back with more of your calls and another segment of the show this morning. Stay with us. Don't touch your dial.
Serve Grenada. For the past 8 months, we've poured our hearts into this journey.
We've honed our talents,
embraced our culture, and dedicated ourselves to something greater.
Now it's time to share it with you.
On November 30th,
step into a world of elegance, beauty, and purpose at the Grenada Trade Center. Join us as we inspire, captivate, and represent the beauty and strength of Grenadian women.
This is more than a pageant. It's a night of unforgettable talent and elegance.
Expect show-stopping performances from Grenada's top artists alongside the grace and passion of each contestant.
Don't miss the Miss Grenada Pageant 2024.
The beauty meets purpose.
Mark your calendars for November 30th at the Grenada Trade Center.
Miss Grenada Pageant, shaping a brighter future for Grenada, one empowered woman at a time.
Football lovers, get ready. Get your posse ready. The semifinals of the 14th annual Carib-Wagiti Super Knockout is on this Saturday, November 30th at the Victoria Park in Grenville. 4 teams will battle for a spot in the grand final and a chance to be crowned champions. From 7 p.m. Game 1, FC Camahorn versus Spice Mobile Idlers. And in the second encounter, defending champions Paradise FC International meets Courts Ready Cash, Queen's Park Rangers. From 9 p.m., who will advance? Then after the games, we head stateside for live entertainment from reggae superstar Richie Spice. Richie Spice. Alongside our Grenadian stars, Muddy, Dash, and the Semantics Band. Admission $50. The semifinals of the 14th Carib-Wagiti Super Knockout is on. Don't miss it.
Let me say welcome back. Let me say welcome back to our listeners and viewers this morning, wherever you're listening and viewing to the point around the world. Those of you via our social media platforms, good morning. Certainly welcome. And nice to have you with us this morning here on the program. Once again, drivers on the nation's road, I beg of you, drive along with that due care and attention. Let's go to the phone line. Caller your life. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, GT. How are you today?
I'm doing good, sir. Doing pretty well.
Yeah, GT, there's a guy walking from Excel Plaza to the common park every day, and he have no pants, right? And he walking from one to the other. It's act like a vagrant guy then. But the problem is that, tourist belt, and people passing and see him walking up and down with only a shirt and no underpants, no nothing. So I'm calling on the government if they could do something about it, you know. You're living in the bush just before Excel Plaza. There's a old building there, and he living inside there. He's been Mafikin before. Belongs to, I forgot the lady name, but she just died in Barbados the other day. Anyway, the thing is that he walk in there and he go in and turn up all the garbage pan and throw them and take what he want from those garbage pans. So I was calling on the damn government to do something about it. Get him some clothes or move him out or something.
All right,
you know?
all right. Point taken. I certainly hope someone is listening and could offer that individual the assistance he need. You know, usually every time you see folks, sometimes we refer to them as drifters a wee bit. Have them checked out, because you know it's not a pleasant sight, especially for visitors to the island, and not only as visitors, but we as locals on the island. It's not always the best sight for it to be viewing. 435-2041. That's our number to be part of To The Point this morning. If you want to call in also via the WhatsApp, feel free to do so. You want to send a message via the WhatsApp, you also have the opportunity to do so via the WhatsApp, 435-2041. Just add us to your WhatsApp contacts, and you can speak to me directly via WhatsApp on here on Classic Radio GBN TV. Good morning to those of you via our Facebook page. Good morning. Certainly hope that all is well with you this morning. Haven't gone to the Facebook page as yet. I'm just about signing in there now. And we see, of course, the conversation is also on there. 435-2041. It's an open line this morning. And I beg of you folks to give me the call. Let's hear from you in terms of your views and concerns on the program this morning. Let's see what else we had to throw out here. Let's see if we could grab some of the comments via the WhatsApp. And we have an individual by the name of Gordon is saying, we Grenadian people must think deeper about not look at things on the surface. We have things that we have to start somewhere to get where we want to be in life. There's another contribution here from someone via the Facebook saying, Grenadians is the only country in the world that America invaded, and all you know, they quick to tell them thanks and about that one. I think I understand what the caller, the individual is what he's writing about. Certainly understand that a whole lot. Let's take another contribution this time for the WhatsApp in terms of message via WhatsApp. Someone is just saying thanks for, of course, the contribution this morning. Thanks a whole lot to you also. That's the WhatsApp user there. 435-2041. The lines are opened. Your calls are welcome. We just have approximately 10 more minutes left on today's program. Don't forget you could stay with Classic Radio GBN TV for, of course, Christmas with GBN. That comes up at the top 10 o'clock this morning. I should have an interesting lineup for you in terms of the program today. Stick around for that. All right. 435-2041. Lines are open. Let's hear from you folks in terms of your calls on the program this morning. There's probably an issue you would like to speak about. You want to make a contribution to a particular situation that is ongoing in your community. You may want to speak about that. Feel free to do so here this morning on the program, folks. Those of you at home and who are viewing, once again, thanks for being with us. It's a pleasure to have you being part of To The Point here on Classic Radio GBN TV. Let's once again go back to the Facebook page and see if I could grab some of the contribution that has been made. Let me see if I can scroll that up a wee bit. And this individual is saying, caller, children learn what they were thought and never been thought. Nobody ever took the time to educate and teach them from early about agriculture, but we expect them to just go out and work and plant. Easier said than done. Some of us fail through generations. We do have a caller. Let's go to the line and say good morning to the caller. Caller, you alive? Good morning. You alive, caller? Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
All right. Let's hear your contribution this morning.
Yesterday, I missed that interview with GBS with the farmers in River Salisava and Swayze. And the timing was just a bit bad for me, so I'm just sorry. But farmers did a good. I mean, they highlighted the issue, and it was good. Thank you, GBS, for coming on and highlight the issue for us. Secondly, the road in that area. And there was that person from, I think, Batway that spoke about neglect. and that is true. I mean, just look at the overgrown trees that is growing. There's like a cave, you know. You have a road that is like a cave. Now, the trucks live St. George's. I don't really blame the truck all that much, although they are the reason why the road is mashing up. But you cannot blame the truck all that much. The truck lives St. George's, and they pass in front of me every day, so I see them every day. And they go to Battery, the liver area. In that area down there, after you pass the bridge, there is no proper drainage for the water to run off. So when rainfall, the drain keep the water. And then you have the trees that is over the road, overgrown, over the road. They're not being trimmed by nobody. Neglect. So the water sit under the road. The big trucks come now with the soggy under pavement, would bend up the road, mash up the road. I understand that part. But the government needs to send people and trim those trees that is overgrown over the road. There's just too much big trees. If you look at Battery, the grapes are tall, like you're in a man, some younger. And they need to take care of this road, from trim all the trees, make it look nice so the sun can hit the road and keep it dry, so the under pavement could keep dry. Once you have a problem with the water sitting in the drain, not even drain, you call it I don't know what you call that, but the water stay on the side of the road, just settle and go back under the road. And the trees now with all the water is overgrown over the road, would drip onto the road and keep it moist. And the truck come down, bam, bam, bam. But I don't support fixing the road in a sense, because if you fix the road now, it's going to be mashed up again. So you have to wait until the project can finish. So you go to temporary patching and see how you can work with that. But I'm just saying that send some people and cut all those trees that is hanging over the road. Is that looking good? And is one of the reasons I believe that is causing the road to damage so fast. And the drainage needs to be cleaned properly. Have a nice day, brother.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your contribution as always. 435-2041. We do have a caller via WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, you're live.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Right. Yes, regarding this guy that just spoke here, right? Now they have businesses in Battery. The day after Beryl passed, I took a tour of the island. Yes, they are overhanging along the road, but that day when I went, the people starting to repair the building and all the branches and so on the road. If the branches remain, how the persons will come and patronize the business? People no longer interested in forming groups and things ahead themselves. All is starting to restore the business, but I think they can come together and cut the overhanging. I saw it myself that day when I went. Rather than cutting the branches and so on along the road, everybody, they were just fixing up their business and drinking. You know what I mean? So I think we need to have some more community spirit in ourselves and help each other, rather than wait on the government.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your call a whole lot. Let's go back to the line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, Chiki. How are you?
Not too bad. Go right ahead, please.
I have a serious concern about customer service and presentation. Now, the company are selling the blue gas. Now, if you look at the condition of the cylinder, I don't know if the Bureau of Standard normally do inspection and so on, but it is disgraceful. I'm calling upon them to do something with their cylinders, especially 20 pounds. Clean it up, paint it up, and make it look decent. It's nasty, and they need to do something better than that. Thank you.
Appreciate your call, caller, and I certainly do understand where you're coming from. 435-2041, 435-2041. Someone is saying via WhatsApp, good morning. As a Grenadier, I'm wondering, what are we really want, especially persons under 25? We have become too dependent on government. 435-2041. The lines are open, just approximately 3 or 4 minutes, just around 4 minutes, I would say, left on today's program, folks. We wrap up a bit earlier than usual this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Telesford.
Caller, ask of you to be brief, please, sir.
Yeah. People no only depend on government. They depend on people who have something to help them. In other words, people don't want to work to build themselves. This is the problem. So we have to do something desperate, and government, maybe the different branches in government should tell people or educate them in a way that they should know they have to work to build themselves rather than depending wholly and solely on somebody or government. So we have to start perhaps in the school. In fact, in the early days, we used to do agriculture in the school. I mean, I would give a joke. I was even flagged to do agriculture, and I left. I tell my parents I'm not going back to school, and then they paid for me to go to a secondary school. And this is what is happening. People don't like agriculture because you do not get enough outcome out of agriculture. And in fact, it's too manual. You have to put up too much to get little. But I still do it. I still do agriculture because I see it's create a healthier body. One of these days, I'll tell you my age. I could still do little things like you. Anyhow,
have a good morning, sir. Appreciate your contribution a whole lot. You want to bumping into a direction that we don't want to get into on the radio this morning. Anyway, let's take a contribution from someone via the WhatsApp. They're saying, good morning. The people of, is it Monakara? I hope I'm getting the name right. Monakara inside of St. David's. They all get together and clean up the area and don't wait on government. So people should stop waiting on handouts. We still maybe have a minute or two that we can spare. If the calls come really, really, really quick, we will be able to entertain it. 435-2041. If the calls really come really quickly, we'll entertain it. And before we take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point, may I remind you could stay with GBN and Classic Radio GBN TV, of course, for Christmas with GBN. That's comes up at the top of the hour. Pretty interesting segments lined up for you today, so you should be entertained a whole lot. Stick around with that for us, folks. And that's what we're going to take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. I want to thank everyone who contributed towards today's program. The callers, thank you so much. Those of you who sat at home and listened, you were getting your chores done, but you were able to listen. And of course, we certainly do appreciate that a whole lot. This is the final edition of To The Point for this week. Back on Monday for another edition. Until then, folks, have yourself a good one. And that's where we say goodbye for today's edition of To The Point. Goodbye, folks.